All right, I'm here. I'm just putting some stuff together, but I think I'm done doing that. So let's just do this. Hi, there's my face. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. I hope you like the hero music or whatever this is. This is it says it's movie music. I don't know what this is. It's like movie soundtrack shit. Anyway, happy Wednesday, Hump Day on the Morning Night Live. And I am still demonetized. I got a reply back in record time. So we'll talk about that for about 5 minutes. And then we'll move on to some news of the day. There's a bunch of people in the news today. Who's in the news today? Ice Cube, Dom Lucre, Kevin Spacey, Rudy Giuliani, Bo Bergdahl, a lot of different people. So we'll talk about all these people. It's a people day on Hump Day. Hump Day on the Morning Night Live. Okay, stop that music, Johnny, and let's play the intro. Okay, let's get this thing started. Stop it now. Stop it. Thank you. All right, play the intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only P-Dog Knight.
Hell yeah! That would be me. Ready, Johnny? Here we go. Stop the music. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as P-Dog Knight on the internet. Welcome back to the P-Dog Knight channel in our Vehicle Challenge family. It is July 26th, 2023, Hump Day, Wednesday. And a lot of little tidbits popped up on the old computer this morning that we're going to talk about. But I'm going to say hi first, and then I'm going to talk to you about the almost miraculously thorough and instant reply I got from YouTube on my appeal. I mean, their team of what do they call them? Team of experts, team of whatever. Team of specialists scoured my channel again in record time and found that, of course, that I'm going to rebate off of monetization, which, it has to be. Wait, Rumble doesn't seem to be working. What happened to Rumble? Rumble was working. It's working. What the hell happened there? What the hell happened on Rumble? Oh, good Lord. Did I, let me see. Let's see if the stream key's right. It was working when I first started. What the hell's going on here? Looks like that's the right one. Let me try this. This. Oh, you know what I did? I think I thought I did it. Apparently I didn't. Okay, well, apologize for the Rumble. And I even got a I even got a Rumble rant over there. And I feel bad now because this did not work. Okay. So, unfortunately, looks like Rumble won't be working today unless, I don't know if that fixes it when I do that. Let's see. We'll test the theory here because I got the right stream key, but I don't think it's going to do anything. I really don't. No. I apologize for Rumble. Rumble not working. Apparently, well, I used the wrong stream key, it looks like. So let's just give those people, I'll give them the link to YouTube. Yes, and thank you, Tall Person. I had the first response today, which is Tall Person over on Rumble. The Rumble rant says, Demonetized, we'll have to do something about that. Happy Aunt and Uncle's Day. So it's Aunt and Uncle's Day. Just FYI, it's Aunt and Uncle's Day. Oh, what's wrong here? Everything's messed up. See, okay, in our card challenge state, having to make sure well, I never mind. I'm just going to get this going. Here we go. Thank you.
You are the
Oops. Well, you're not the Streamlabs Superstar today, but I will give you the bell. And thank you, Tall Person. Hopefully, you're over here on. I see you over here on YouTube now. That's good. Anyway, thanks to people who were on Rumble. Avocados Dabbly, who gets the bell for being over there. Phantom Dog Fart, Tall Person, Mike Savage Blarg, and that's everybody. So I apologize for my. Boomer tech moment there. I put the wrong stream key in the wrong place. So on YouTube though, let's say hi. First the chat. Tyrannus, Alexandrius, the Tremere Lich gets the bell. Congratulations, sir. Also, good morning, Avocados Diabli, Unacceptable Views, Mike Savage Blarg, Tall Person, Simon Wolfwood, Zero the Hero. Hey, Zero the Hero's back. Nice to have you back. Tyler F, Rotten Corpse, Rick Ashbringer. I said Tall Person once already, right? Okay. Judaphine, what's happening? That's everybody. It's light today. Anyway, hit the like button, all that stuff. So, in record time, it's like I said, I'm talking about this for maybe 5 minutes. In record time, because they said you can do this appeal and it'll take 2 to 3 weeks for them to get to it. In record time, YouTube got to my appeal video and immediately sent me a reply. Yesterday evening, I didn't even know they sent it to me. It was like, what time did I do this stream? I sent it just before I did this stream. And around 6 o'clock my time, apparently they sent me my answer. Like in 2 hours. It's like they were waiting. They were waiting specifically for my appeal video. And boy, oh boy, were they on top of it. And so I immediately got a reply from YouTube. It's amazing. I mean, there are miracles in this world, and this is one of them. And so I just want to get real quick to show you what they sent to me, which is, I find it humorous, I guess. Although it's annoying, but I wasn't expecting anything from that appeal video, because I basically told them in a kind way to, F off, right? But anyway, then the response I got though is very interesting, because they have form letters or form, they have, they just click and send it, right? They don't really, no one ever actually looks at anything. And I found it fascinating. Am I missing people? What's going on here? Did I miss some people? I hope not. So it's also World Tofu Day. Oh my gosh. Awesome. Okay. Hello, Will It Forge too. So here's what they sent me. And then the initial feedback's here, and then they gave you the new feedback. Review the appeal feedback. Okay. Reviewers provided this feedback about your appeal. Reviewers? You mean there was more than one? Oh my gosh. They are really giving some personal attention here. More than one reviewer. It says your appeal focused on a small number of videos on your channel instead of explaining your channel as a whole. Oh, really? Now, y'all saw the video I made, right? I mentioned there was 11 videos I took off, but I didn't say anything about the channel as a whole. So that's true. But apparently, they said they had a team of specialists review my channel. Okay. A team of specialists review my channel. And that's how they determined that, my channel was in line, right? My channel was in line. So you figure if they reviewed your channel, they should already know what your channel is all about. But they lie. So then it says, in order for your suspension to be overturned, the majority of your channel should follow our policies. Now that's interesting because, to me, a majority is anything over 50%. Now, I kind of did an estimate of how many hours of material are on YouTube that I have produced. And it's roughly 1,700 hours of material, of, content on my channel. And I would say, 1,650 of those hours, 1,650 of 1,700 hours are live streams of me commenting on the news and, politics of the day. Live stream, meaning that is all original content. It is original content of me reviewing and commenting on the news of the day. I think that's more than 15%. 1,650 out of 1,700. I think that's more than 50%. And boy, oh boy, there's really nothing in those guidelines that I'm not following. 1,650 of 1,700 hours of content. A majority of your channel should follow our policies. Well, are you saying that my original content live streams are not following your policies, YouTube? Are you saying that? Because I really wanted to, I would have to take basically my entire channel down. That's not the case, or at least whatever 1,650 out of 1,700 hours is. That's I know it's over 99%. It's probably 99.8%. In fact, here we go. Let's take out a calculator. We're going to do the math here. Let's do the math. Okay. Well, you got, so first I got to find a calculator. There we go. All right. We're going to take 1,650, and we're going to divide it by 1,700. That's how you get a percentage. Or better yet, let's do it. Let's go, divided by 1,700 equals. Well, that would be, it's only 97%. Really? It's only 97%? That didn't make sense. because 99 out of 100, okay. I suppose, because so 97% of my channel is original live stream content. So clearly it can't be reused content, right? How could 97% of a live original programming be reused content? Because that's what I got the initial feedback was. So the idea that I'm reusing content, well, you all can just kiss my ass because I'm not doing it. So there's my 5 minutes of talking about my demonetization. Now, let's talk about some things happening in the world, because that's what we really came here for. No one wants to hear me bitch about my monetization. You can't appeal to the appeal. Hello, Chris Kroll, by the way. You can't, and fake news experts here too. You can't appeal to the appeal. So whatever. Just toss on a wig, say you're now a P-Dog damsel, and pretend to do makeup whilst you do the same show. You'll get monetized again. Well, I could, I suppose. Well, no, because, and I thought about too, going over to one of my other channels. This is the only channel that I even have more than 1,000 subscribers on. So I would have to I'd have to build up a whole new audience again on another channel to do that. And it's like, so I'm going to wait till October. I'm going to take those 11 videos. I'm going to rework them so that it's a more original content. And this is all about the YouTube Shorts. I know it is, because there is no other content that even come close to being reused, but at least by their standard. Now, it's funny too, because there's a lot of videos on, like, if you go through watch YouTube Shorts, there's a lot of people who just do like a little reaction to some other short, and it's a feature in YouTube Shorts that you can just have your face over something on a YouTube Short, and you can just stand there and watch it, and people are monetized for doing that. I'm really confused at what they're, that's part of the deal. So I know it's not those videos. I have a few of those, but most of even my shorts content is stuff that I put together, and, in some of it in a sarcastic, funny way. And sometimes it's just me saying some shit like, the proverb for the current year or whatever, or just basically making a statement about something in the world. So that's all the original content. So it's just those 11 where I took a clip that I found on, or part of a speech or part of a press conference, and and just, cut that down to, and did some editorial comment in the description. So whatever. Anyway, let's move on. P-Dog. By the way, I do have a counter a counter ego for so a lot of you watch Hard Bastard, and occasionally his friend the Soft Gentleman takes over the channel. In fact, he took over one of Hard Bastard's channel completely and calls it the Soft Gentleman channel. And every once in a while, my alter ego Soy Dog Light shows up there. So I do have an account called Soy Dog Light, but I've never done any videos or anything on that channel. It's just a little funny name I use on Hard Bastards. Well, excuse me, my alter ego uses on the Soft Gentleman channel. So anyway, hello Rod Line, by the way. Bull, remonetize this excellent man. Well, I agree. But here's the thing. Despite the fact that I am demonetized, you can still support this channel in many ways. It's quite a segue, huh? First of all, hit the like button while you're here. Share this stream right now. Let's get a few more people jumping in the chat. And you can sponsor the show via Streamlabs. If you scroll up this thing there, it says, you can join the Discord server. You can share this stream with people you interact with. And then there's also one of those somewhere up there. Well, it's not up there yet. Sponsor the show through Streamlabs. Streamlabs is at streamlabs.com/pdognight, or you can just go to pdognight.live. Same difference. So let's get into some other news, things that are trending in the world right now. Ice Cube is trending. Now, this is fascinating. Oh, by the way, before I do that, I'm sorry. I want to thank some people. Looks like Tom Servo, Sydney Oberg, Jaeger Pony, my favorite Canadian, Tyler F, and Willett Forge all retweeted the show out this morning. I appreciate that, and I see some of you got the memo that we are on. Also, let's see. And thank you also Swamp Fox Ghost for dropping me a one of the stories from the day, because it's it's one that kind of pissed me off, but still, I appreciate when you guys send me stories via the internet and other places. It's the Discord server and so on and so forth. All right, so let's get into some things that are trending today. Ice Cube is trending. Now, I'm like, okay, why is Ice Cube trending? Well, some people are happy, some people are upset, some people don't care, but everyone has a reaction to the fact that Ice Cube has done an episode interview with none other than Tucker Carlson. So there are going to be some heads exploding. There's going to be some head exploding, but here's Tucker Carlson announcing his episode with Ice Cube, says Cube on the X, aka Twitter. Episode 10, Stay in Your Lane, our drive through South Central LA with Ice Cube. So Tucker Carlson rolled through would be the proper etiquette, rolled through South Central with none other than Ice Cube. Here's a little segment.
As part of our ongoing, never-ending quest to find the few people in this country who are still willing to say what they actually think out loud, we wound up in Los Angeles recently.
Tucker Carlson in South Central. Tucker Carlson in South Central. I love
Ice Cube driving through his old neighborhood. Didn't expect that to happen. Here's
how it
went. Dr. Dre came by this house. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna ride by.
Okay, so I'm just gonna I'm not even gonna play this because, well, I don't care about. They can't take. Well, I don't think they could take my money now because I'm not monetized. So I don't care if they play music out here. Here we go.
He used to live down the street from me. His cousin moved on our block when
Tucker and Ice Cube. Now, I gotta tell you, I'm a little concerned about this though. I have some concerns because Tucker Carlson is a racist, anti-Semite, white, heterosexual, patriarchal, cisgendered, homophobic, transphobic white male.
You're fucking a white male!
And so I fear for Ice Cube's safety. And apparently Ice Cube got through this unscathed. So I guess it's okay. Now, also something interesting. When they let me go back to part of this clip though, because right there. I don't know what I expected as far as, is Tucker Carlson short or is Ice Cube tall? Are they both tall? Or are they both short? I don't know. Both these people are really short. Now, when I say most of these people, what do you mean by these people? When I say most of these people, I mean celebrities. But then again, I always forget I am taller than most people. So everyone's kind of short to me, but I think, okay, it's curious. I'm very curious. I'm very curious, though, about them going through South Central. Let's hear it. He sounds great to me. Who sounds great to you? So anyway, no, not Gin and Juice. That's Snoop. Snoop is Gin and Juice. Cube is fuck the police. Well, that was all NWA. Good morning, Selected Boy. So anyway, we'll do a little bit of this.
Sir Jinx, he became one of my producers when I went solo.
They're riding through Tucker Carlson in South Central. I'm just tripping on this, right? What up, Steph? How you doing, brother? Welcome to the show. Ice Cube rolling down the street with Ice Cube in South Central. Are they in Compton? Are they in Underwood? Good Lord. Inglewood? Are they in, Cube is from Compton, right? My mother lives in Long Beach. I think so does my brother. One of my brothers lives in Long Beach too. Anyway, Ice Cube is no Vaseline. Yeah, that too. And gonna be a good day. And there's all kind. Cube's got a lot of stuff.
Sir Jinx, he moved on the block, and then Dr. Dre was his cousin. So Dre came by a couple of times. It was cool, to be able to see somebody who was actually making records.
Yeah.
We were still amateurs.
I'm curious. I'm not going to play this whole interview. You can check it out yourself. I'll have it in the links. In fact, I'll have a dedicated link just to this particular. Here, we'll put this one on. I'll have a separate link to just that tweet, so you can see the preview of this interview. But anyway, so Benny Johnson, Tucker Carlson, and National Treasure. This moving 2-minute interaction with Ice Cube on resisting the vax propaganda is enough to bring both sides of the country together. So this, oh yeah, see, now I don't even know if I can play this on YouTube. This might get me a strike. So I'm not going to play it. But Ice Cube explains why he didn't get jabbed. Tucker rolls around South Central with Ice Cube in Twitter, episode 10. American Wire News. Well, let's read the article here. We'll read this article. So, rapper Ice Cube explained in an interview this week why exactly he turned down a $9 million movie role because of the stupid 19 Fauci juice. Recall that last November, Ice Cube, born O'Shea Jackson, went viral after revealing he'd lost out on $9 million. He made a $9 million personal decision, turning out a role in Oh Hell No because of the stupid 19 requirement. He turned it down, didn't want to get the jab. Fuck the jab. Fuck y'all for trying to make me get it. Don't know how Hollywood feels about me right now, he said at the time, speaking this week with independent host and journalist Tucker Carlson. Independent because he's no longer with Fox News. Tucker Carlson, he further explained his previous explanation. So again, they'll put that on there. I'm gonna make you watch it yourself. I'm gonna leave the link in the at the end of the show. The link will be in the one tab link. I'll put that in the what do you call it? I'll put it in the chat. I'll put it in the description of this video. I'll put it in the description over on Rumble when that happens. It'll be there. But he explains, I saw this before. They did a spoof? Carlson responded by noting that the actor and film producer had been attacked for this position. So yeah, they spoofed him on Saturday Night Live, tried to make fun of him. It's like, you know what? Who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? But here's some of the commentary. I want to go to, they pulled out some of the best tweets, so you can go through the tweet thread yourself. Ice Cube went full MAGA Republican, scratching my head, just because he did an interview with Tucker. I wish Ice Cube would fully come out as Republican instead of teasing it, laughing my ass off. Now, I'm not sure she was feeling, that didn't sound like she was against it. Good morning, Maddie. And select a boy.
Yeah, boy.
So Ice Cube did interviews with Piers Morgan and Tucker Carlson. And there's some defending this. Yeah, get me the hell out of here. What? Defending what? Why do you have to defend Ice Cube doing an interview with anybody? He's done interviews with all sorts of people. He's done an interview with Anderson Cooper. Did you complain then? I bet he'd do it. If someone on MSNBC said, hey, can we do an interview? He would do it. You know why? Well, because he's not a pussy. Anyway, I said that out loud. Damn. In his 30-year career, old Republican white people have never loved Ice Cube more than they do now, using his agency as an appeasement. Look, what was that movie he did with the kids? Like he was supposed to get some lady's kids to the wherever she was supposed to be, and he had to drive across country in his car, and they messed up his car and all that. What was that movie called? Because that movie was actually kind of funny, even though the writing was terrible. But there was some humor in it, a lot of slapstick stuff. Ice Cube's kind of like, think about other people who used to be all tough and shit, and now they're respected gentlemen. Like even his, Dr. Dre, he was all tough and with NW, and now he's a respected gentleman. So who cares? Road trip or some shit. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he'll do an interview with most. Yeah, he don't care. He's not into you're on this side of the aisle or you're on that side of the aisle. He don't give a yeah, are we there yet? Yeah, that movie. I don't know why I like that movie. Maybe because my kids were younger at the time and they found it funny, and so whatever. But Ice Cube is a Republican leaning, washed up, has-been, rapper sellout. Oh, damn. A la Kid Rock. In other words, no one in the black community give a fuck about it anymore, but I'm sure certain white folks just love now. Another reason to be anti-black, anti-liberal, anti-vax, the whole night. Wait a minute. Is it Ice Cube black? Is he not black? Is he not got his black card anymore? They put him in Trump's hair. Cube faced the same sort of backlash when he dared to help the Trump administration develop the Platinum Plan for Black Americans way back in 2020, fiercely defended himself at the time, arguing he is willing to sit down with anybody who is willing to push legislation to help the black community. So, I mean, it's so fun. People get so incensed just because he went and talked to somebody. It was a good day with Ice Cube. Tucker Carlson, special thanks to the amazing Jeff Quatinetz. So anyway, they traveling around Compton and talked about his rejected $9 million movie deal. Here he is with Piers Morgan's. What clip did they pull from Piers Morgan? Here we go.
Pharmaceutical companies made a lot of money. Businesses closed. It's like an incentive, even when things are not going right, to keep going. It's kind of like the war machine. If you make the bullets and the Band-Aids, you're gonna always want to be in war because it's profitable. Pharmaceutical.
I got to write that down. If you make the bullets and the Band-Aids, you're going to want everyone to be in war. So whatever he just said, that was deep. That was deep. All right, moving on. Also trending the news today, Dom Lucre, or whatever his name is, Dom Lucre. He's a Twitter personality who he does this thing where he will make this really bold statement, proof that this and that and this and that, and then he'll flip it on people and do this entire long, very researched thread about why this person's a shithead or why this person is much better. Proof that Donald Trump did some pedophile shit, and then he'll have a whole thread about all the great things Donald Trump did. Or, proof that Hillary Clinton is the most greatest humanitarian in the planet. And then she'll have an entire thread talking about the Clintons and Haiti, which right now, look, he's been doing this for weeks, months, whatever. He's been doing this for a long time. The most recent one, though, was about the Clintons, and all of a sudden his Twitter account, aka X account, has been suspended. And there's a whole bunch of people asking Elon Musk, tweeting Elon Musk about why is this man been suspended? Good morning, amazing disgrace. What's up? A whole bunch of people asking why this is the fact. Don Lucre posted a thread about Bill and Hillary's alleged role in corruption in Haiti. Hillary tweeted a responded, now deleted, with a veiled threat saying someone needs to do something about Don Lucre. Looks like Elon Musk drew the short straw. Uh-oh. Now I see a lot of people showing how he was suspended. I don't see the deleted tweet from Hillary Clinton. I'd love to see what it said. So a lot of people that I follow on Twitter and a lot of people with big names I don't follow are asking about this. Righteous Crusader, hey, Elon Musk, you made a commitment to free speech, but Don Lucre was banned without threatening anyone. So if it was for misinformation, isn't that what the community notes are for? This is what users feared when you hired someone from the WEF as CEO. Reminds me of the Alex Jones moment. Okay, so I don't know if she's involved. There are people, look, you mess with the Clintons, you might have an accidental accident where the bullet hits you in the back of the head. Just saying. So a lot of people are, a ton of people. He's trending number 3 or 4 on Twitter or X right now. I'm going to call it Twitter until I can't call it Twitter anymore. It's kind of like when someone, transitions and you have a hard time switching from he to she. Well, I'm having a hard time switching from Twitter to X, so I'm just gonna be calling it Twitter. I hope I don't get in trouble for misgendering X. Okay, here's or using a dead name. But a lot of people, like even Ed Krasenstein. Listen to this. Here's your daily Krasenstein, people. Here's your daily Krasenstein. Okay, here's Ed Krasenstein. Which is actually, sometimes apparently Ed and Brian are trying to be more diplomatic. So we'll do Ed Krasenstein voice. As many of you may know by now, Don Lucre's X account was suspended last night. Those on the right are claiming that Elon Musk and Twitter unfairly suspended him because they are once again trying to ban conservatives. Those on the left are celebrating the suspension of Dom because, well, they don't like what he posts. I don't think either approach is right. The way I see it is that Twitter needs to come up with a better solution. Oh, the broken clock. It must be that time for the broken clock. If someone is banned or suspended, both the account owner and everybody else on Twitter should be able to see exactly why. We need transparency. Them bars right there. When viewing a suspended account, everyone should be able to click to see the tweet that the user was suspended for and or the exact reason for the suspension, as well as how long that suspension will last. The same should go for shadow bans. If an account is shadow banned, the user and those visiting their profile should be able to clearly see this and the reason for the ban. Additionally, I think Twitter should allow for a community notes type suspension voting system. They should explicitly show the rule that the user broke and allow the community to vote on whether or not that user broke the rule. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Oh my God. Oh my God. Do we know why it was suspended or just speculation? No, it's just speculation. We don't know. But I tell you what, every once in a while, Ed surprises me, and Ed is clearly the opposite of the political spectrum as Dom. So anyway, a lot of people talking about it. It's Tiff, Travis Travis and Flint, Ryan Fournier, Dom's backup profile. That's not, I don't know. I think you could get suspended for that. Oh my God. Dom Lucas, Trio Logic, Umbrella Guy, even Brian Krassenstein. If anyone should want Dom Lucas suspended from Twitter, it's me. Here's okay, we're getting a double dose of Daily Krassenstein. If anyone should want, I'm not going to do it in their voice because that's just annoying. If anyone should want Dom Lucas suspended from Twitter, it's me. With that said, although I disagree with Dom's posting style and conspiracy-laden tweets, I was furious when he tweeted out a horrible 4chan claim about me. I will say this. I do think we need transparency when it comes to suspensions. I don't know what Dom did or whether this was a mistake or an actual penalty, but if we don't know the reasoning, how are any of us expected to avoid such penalties ourselves in the future? See, that's my problem with YouTube. They don't tell you specifically what you did. They just give you a generic post, and you're supposed to figure it out for yourself. Well, when you have 1,700 hours of content on a platform, I'm not going to go through 100 hours of content trying to figure out what the hell they're talking about. Anyway, he said, I think we need a transparency dashboard where the user can always see any infraction against them, whether it's a shadow ban, an infraction for hate speech. He was doing so well. And he had to write that bullshit. Hate speech is just the speech you hate. It is still speech, and it should be free. I want to know when people hate me. Or any number of other infractions. We might all disagree with people's opinions and posting styles, but we do need to know where the line is drawn, according to X, aka Twitter, when it comes to suspensions, shadow bans, etc. As much as this pains me to say, I would welcome Dom back as long as there isn't something horrendous he has done that the public is unaware of. Well, he spoke. Wait, let me be careful here. He spoke truth about Hillary Clinton and the Clintons and Clintons in Haiti. So anyway, there's so many people asking about him though right now, is that he is trending like number 4 on Twitter right now, or X or whatever the hell it is. Sorry for misgendering or dead naming Twitter. I mean X or whatever the hell it is. Hello GDSOB, how you doing? All right, let's do this real quick. Oh, Tyler Alexander sponsors the show with a big bullet, or excuse me, a small bullet in the tip jar, and that makes Tyler Alexander. You are the Streamlab Superstar sponsor of the day. Thank you very much. Tyre says, P-Dog, if you don't drink the Democrat Kool-Aid, use the regime-approved talking points, view yourself as a victim, or support the righteous causes, you ain't black. But if that's what being black means, you all can have my card. FTG, the hive mind. Thank you, Tyler Alexander. You are a great American. And I join you among the ranks of the white supremacists. Okay, here we go. Anyway, all right. Also trending this morning on Twitter. I'm running out of time here. I got to get through this a lot faster. What is this? Okay, I got Dom Lucre. Let's see. There's a suspension. Kevin Spacey is trending. Kevin Spacey, the actor, and this is kind of gross to me. And I don't know, because I think Kevin Spacey, doesn't he have a close relationship with the Clintons, or he's got something. I don't know what he got, but anyway, Kevin Spacey has been acquitted of all sex charges in England. Today, on his birthday, an English jury found Kevin Spacey not guilty on all 9 sex offense charges. And here's a summary of the case by Mario Nawfal. The Hollywood star, who's 64, denied the charges, which included 7 counts of sexual assault against 4 men. He cried as the verdicts were read out and hugged his manager and legal team afterward. The alleged victims are now in their 30s and 40s, with the incident said to have happened between 2001 and 2013. Prosecutors told the jury the star had left the four complainants feeling small, diminished, and worthless. Spacey denied using his power as an A-lister to get people into bed. Oh, I'm sure that he did nothing like that. I'm sure. He's saying he tried to help others. Here, let me help you clean out the pipes here. As described in the allegations as a stab in the back. All four of Spacey's accusers are entitled to lifelong anonymity under English law. Spacey's defense made the following key arguments. Spacey had been tried by social media. 3 of the 4 accusers had lied when they had made allegations against Spacey and had done so for reasons which ultimately will only ever be known to themselves. He suggested that a 4th complainant was intoxicated. Oh, wait a minute. I thought intoxication was not an excuse. I thought that you have to be able, if you can't consent if you're intoxicated. Well, apparently in England you can. Good morning, Mike. My favorite liberals in the house. Nice to see you. Let's see. Gibbs told jurors it is not a crime to like sex, even if you're famous, and it's not a crime to have sex, even if you're famous, and it's not a crime to have casual sex, and it's not a crime to have sex with someone of the same sex because it's 2023. It's the current year, not 1823. Hello, Brent Hayes also. Now, this is amazing, and I wonder if this had been for women, would it be the same? Is this jury in England saying that an intoxicated, now the 4th one in particular, because I don't, the other 3, he may have, who knows, but the 4th one, intoxicated, if these were women and there was an intoxication issue and that was your defense, would that have flown with the jury? Well, maybe, I don't know about England. I know it wouldn't fly in the United States. I mean, we've been talking about that for the last 7, 8, 10 years. Oh no, intoxication is not an excuse. No means no. You can say no retroactively. You can change your mind months later. But in this case, is it because they were men? Is it because they were gay? I don't know. So now Mario has some thoughts here. Let's just read Mario's thoughts and we'll move on. We have an important principle in a free and democratic society that goes innocent until proven guilty. Correct? There's nothing worse than a trial by social media where facts don't matter and dramatized narratives get engagement. That is true. Okay. Unfortunately for Spacey, he has lost so much already and his reputation has been badly damaged. Okay. He was a popular A-lister who, at the time of the allegations were made, starred in a Netflix show House of Cards. He was dropped because of these now false allegations. No, jury, and look, he is not guilty. The jury said so. Okay, our jury's always right. Who knows? I mean, there are some people, because I'll name cases where the jury might have been wrong. OJ. Anyway, now you might not trust the legal system, but it's there for a reason. It takes months to conclude a trial in order to go through all the evidence, unlike tweets and social media posts that are written within hours. While sexual abuse is a serious problem and anyone who's been abused deserves justice, I'm getting increasingly concerned of social media increasingly acting as the people's court. This has to stop. You know what? I'm going to agree with Mario here. All right. So, there you go. And I'll make this as a separate tweet also, just so that you can, if you want to see that one again. I don't know why you would. All right, next on the list, Rudy Giuliani is trending, and Mike will love this one because this is, I'm sure. You already said something about it. Concedes he makes false statements. I'm curious of how that is written, and I'm gonna read it because I heard that this morning, and that's why I did want to bring this up. So let's see. Last night, this is another Krasenstein, so I'm gonna go, and it's gonna be the same because all these Democratic talking points accounts use all the same talking points. which I guess that's kind of common for a lot of people on the internet, regardless of their station. Last night, Rudy Giuliani, this is the Krastine version. Last night, Rudy Giuliani admitted in a court filing that he made false statements about Georgia election workers Shay Moss and Ruby Freeman. These are two individuals that Trump, his attorneys, and his followers claimed to have committed election fraud in the state of Georgia, leading to Biden's victory. Giuliani now admits it was fabricated. Is that what he said? Fabricated? Well, the charge with this change of mind of Trump voters who still believe Trump's lies of massive election-changing voter fraud. Well, Trump stops pushing these lies. Look. Does one case diminish the others? Now, granted, most of these cases were thrown out. Okay, let's hang on. Let's see what this says. And it says the entire admission is here. And again, a lot of this is. Let's see what they did. Whereas the defendant, this could be an agreement. I mean, sometimes you agree to things that you don't believe to. So that's why I want to read it. Whereas defendant Giuliani believes that he has legal defenses to this complaint, and whereas the defendant Giuliani is desirous to avoid unnecessary expenses in litigating what he believes to be unnecessary disputes now, it is hereby stipulated solely for the purposes of this litigation that defendant Giuliani, for the purpose of deciding this case on legal issues and recognizing that all other defendants previously identified in this complaint have resolved their claims with all plaintiffs and without admitting to the truth of the allegations, hereby does not contest the following allegations. That's interesting. That's an interesting way to say it. Defendant Giuliani concedes solely for purposes of this litigation before this court and on appeal that defendant Giuliani made the statements of and concerning plaintiffs, which include all the statements detailed in the plaintiff's amendment complaint, and he does not dispute for purposes of the litigation that the statements carry meaning that is defamatory per se. Defendant Giuliani, for purpose of this litigation, only published those statements to third parties. That defendant Giuliani, for the purpose of this litigation, does not contest that to the extent the statements were statements of fact and other. Moving on, come on. Oh shoot, where is it? And other. They put 2 pages of the same one. Why is actual and such actual statements were false? This stipulation does not affect Giuliani's ability to seek offset, settlement credit, or his argument that his statements are constitutionally protected statements or opinions, any applicable statute. Okay, so he's saying that they were statements of opinions. They turned out not to be fact. Okay, let me see if there's more than that. Because you can't have wrong opinions. But let's see if he says that somewhere in here that he made intentionally false statements. Let's see this. In fact, caused the plaintiffs any damages and the amounts of any alleged damages which Giuliani's statements may have caused or any legal defense not expressly waived by the stipulation. The defendant Giuliani does not contest solely for this purposes of this litigation, including any appeal of this litigation, the factual elements of liability subject to any retained affirmative defenses not expressly waived herein regarding the plaintiff's claims for intentional affliction of emotional distress and other related tort claims. So he does not contend. This stipulation does not affect Giuliani's ability to seek offset settlement credit or his argument that these statements are constitutionally protected statements or opinions or any applicable statute of limitations. So, again, that Giuliani's conduct in fact caused plaintiffs any damages, and that the amount of any alleged damage Giuliani's conduct may have caused for any other legal defense not expressly waived by the stipulation. Okay, so interesting. So he's admitted he made false statements, but it doesn't say that they were intentionally false. He said he does not, seek to offset or settlement credit his argument that his statements are constitutionally protected statements or opinions. Okay, well, some people are going to read it that he was saying their opinions, and some people say he admitted he lied. No, he admitted the statements were false. There's a difference between lied and false statements. You can make false statements that are opinions. That's interesting because everyone's saying he admitted he lied. Okay, well, we'll see. And everyone who's reading this, I bet Giuliani has flipped on Trump and has already admitted this on the criminal case, so it makes sense to admit the Georgia election claims were false in the civil case as well. Still, this is significant. So many people, including many Twitter users, are going to owe Ruby Freeman. Well, I don't think any... No. Maybe an apology, but if you make a statement of opinion, okay, I apologize. My opinion was incorrect. Interesting. He doesn't contest the court filing that he made false statements about 2 election workers. Okay, so he had an opinion that were false. Yeah, but it's going to get played out much bigger than that. So there we go. That is why Giuliani is trying to get lots of people, and the mostly, let's see, news outlets. A lot of the people who you'd expect to be tweeting with great joy about this are tweeting with great joy. So there you go. A W for the Democrats on this one. There you go. Now let's go to the one that I really wanted to get to, and I don't think I'm going to get to any of the articles I was going to do today because it's already after my time. But I did want to bring up this this thing that Swamp Fox Ghost sent me this morning, and now I've gotten to look up what's happening. You remember Bo Bergdahl, the deserter in Afghanistan? He deserted his unit and wandered off and ended up getting caught by the Taliban and was being held by the Taliban. And then we traded a bunch of really important, I don't know if they were Taliban or whatever, 9/11 type prisoners in exchange for Bo Bergdahl, who deserted his post. And then for some reason, President Obama thought it'd be a great idea to bring Bo Bergdahl to the White House. Remember this guy? Remember Bo Bergdahl? Well, he got court-martialed by the military judicial system, right? The military judicial system. And apparently a U.S. judge has voided his court-martial conviction. A U.S. federal judge on Tuesday voided the 2017 court-martial conviction against Bo Bergdahl, an Army sergeant who walked off his post in 2009 only to be captured by the Taliban and spend 5 years as their prisoner. Bergdahl's conviction in 2017 left him with a dishonorable discharge, reduction in rank to the lowest enlisted pay grade, and an effective fine of $10,000. Tuesday's ruling, which was subject to appeal, vacates that court-martial conviction. Reggie Walton, the U.S. district judge, said the military judge who presided over Bergdahl's court-martial proceedings failed to disclose his application at the time to become a federal immigration judge. That could create the appearance of potential bias given then President Donald Trump's denunciation of Bergdahl, Walton ruled. The court noted that there was no findings of actual bias. Well, that's interesting. If there's no findings of actual bias, why did you overturn this? The appearance of bias. Wow. You know what? Look, here's what I would say to that. I agree. If there's an appearance of bias, then you need to go either redo the trial or show that there was no bias. You have to have actual, he said there's an appearance bias, right? Here's the problem. We don't seem to be doing that right now, are we? There's a lot of court cases going on in Washington, D.C. right now that there's all kinds of bias. There's some cases against a former president of the United States that there's all kinds of bias. Sometimes you have to deal with that in the courts. But anyway, this case represents a unique situation where the military judge might be inclined to appeal to the president's expressed interest in the plaintiff's conviction and punishment when applying the immigration for the immigration judge position. Wow, that's an interesting way to That's an interesting way to word that. The Army did not immediately respond to a request for comment. The military judge who handed out Bergdahl's conviction, Jeffrey Nance, could not be reached for comment. Jeffrey Korn, a retired Army officer and military law expert in Texas Tech University State School of Law, said the ruling left a big question for the U.S. Army. Do they bring him back to active duty and retry him? I highly doubt that will happen, but it might. Bergdahl, okay, that's Reuters. Seems fairly even-handed. Let's see how Fox News covered it. Bergdahl court-martial conviction for Army desertion thrown out by federal judge. Former U.S. soldier pleaded guilty to desertion after leaving his post while deployed to Afghanistan and was subsequently captured and tortured by the Taliban. Had his court-martial conviction vacated Tuesday. They go through the ruling in the same way. Fox Digital has reached out to the Army and the Justice Department. Walt noted that former President Donald Trump criticized Bergdahl during the 2016 presidential campaign. Bergdahl's lawyers argued that the criticism placed command influence on Nance. Walton rejected that argument, but he said a reasonable person could question the judge's impartiality under the circumstances. It was not clear if the ruling could possibly result in the reinstatement of rank or change the status of Bergdahl's dishonorable discharge. This case presents a unique situation where the military judge might be inclined to appeal to the president's special. Okay, that's interesting that he did that. That's interesting that he did that. And then they just go through some of Bergdahl's background. So pretty much a straight news reading of that from Fox News. I realized they didn't put this on the screen now. So we have the Fox News story here. We have the Reuters story here. Both these links will be in the description and also in the chat at the end of the show. Some of the stuff I'm not getting to today. Here's a reminiscent of back when President Obama had Bergdahl and his family at the White House. Because, look, his parents were glad he's home. There's a little problem with the desertion thing, though. Here's the other part. His dishonorable discharge and his cutting in rank were not a part of the original court-martial. Okay, he got his busted rank was prior to the court-martial. So I don't know if it's going to affect that. It may affect his dishonorable. Well, no, his dishonorable discharge either, because it was desertion. The court-martial came later, so that's where he got the $10,000 fine. So anyway, interesting. So other articles that I'm not getting to, and here's what's interesting too is there was some bipartisan disgust with the fact that Bo Bergdahl was met at the White House by President Obama. This Richard Cohen from the Washington Post ripped them to shreds for this. So it wasn't just people on the right who thought this was a bad idea that Obama brought this deserter to the White House because they traded him for all these Taliban guys. So it wasn't just wasn't the red side who didn't like that whole idea. All right, the only other articles I had pulled up for today that I'm not going to get to are a couple Daily Caller articles. Some attorney generals in several states defend child sex change bans, blast the radical World Professional Association of Transgender Health. Just talking about several attorney generals who are, on that same path. Then also the Daily Caller, apparently some Anheuser-Busch lobbyists hosted a secret fundraiser with Democratic staffers. So apparently their lobbyists are, because their Bud Light problem, are going and lobbying for Democrats. So that's interesting. I don't think it's a big damn deal. So anyway, that's going to be it for today though. So I want to thank you guys for being here. Before you click, if you haven't hit the like button, please do that right now. And I'm going to, oops, I closed the wrong tab. Give me a second here. Hit the like button, share the stream, and you can sponsor the show 24 hours a day, streamlabs.com/PDogNight, or also known as pdognight.live. That's the Streamlabs link. And there's Venmo Cash App in the description. And thank you, Tall Person, for the Rumble Rant today. Thanks for people who sponsor the show, Tyler F. and Oh, that's Tyler from yesterday. Tyler Alexander today. Okay. That's 2 days in a row. I got you two mixed up. But I really appreciate you guys for sticking around. And the show's not going to change because I'm demonetized. I've never really done this for money, although it helps a lot. It was going to help during my my recovery coming next month after my surgery, but we'll see what happens. We'll just get people to use Streamlabs and things like that. So anyway, thank you for being here. Gotta go. My name's P-Dog Knight, and I am out of here. Bye-bye. Have a great afternoon. Hey, this is P-Dog Knight, and thank you for watching today on the P-Dog Knight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm P-Dog Knight, and I'm out of here.